Hello everyone, my name is Nathan and today it's time for another episode of Dark Souls 3 100%, or at least as close to 100% as possible. In the previous episode we made it to this checkpoint bonfire by jumping down the bridge, and now it's time to take care of the guys that threw bombs at us. I mean, come on, that is not a thing you are allowed to do or should be allowed to do. So we are gonna make our way on top of the roof, and right here we want to actually shoot down a body, so we shall do that. And he's gonna... he actually dropped right here. Usually he drops on the other side, and you don't necessarily want to go there just yet. We want to make our way towards the top of the roof. And right around the corner here there are gonna be two guys, and you don't want to be too hesitant by with killing them. I mean, not by killing them. And he dropped something but fell down, so what you gonna do? Nothing. We're gonna do nothing. So this guy is gonna attack, we're gonna take him out, and now all of the bombers are taken care of, and also we find a new NPC. However, first around the corner there's gonna be a hand axe, and now we're gonna talk to this guy and see what he has to say. Why are all of these guys blind? Oh man.
Aha, unkindled are we? I am Cornix, an old pyromancer. I hear the unkindled make for fine vessels. Care to learn some pyromancies from this old man?
Sure, pal. We want to learn some pyromancies.
The pleasure is mine.
I didn't say it was a pleasure. Anyways, he teleported back to the hub, so we have a new NPC over there as well. Now, before we drop down, we actually want to take care of this guy holding a huge pot with what I think is human remains. We might never know for sure. However, I'm gonna throw a little firebomb at him. Of course, we need to aim this more properly. I want to lure him... Oh, come on. Nathan, you can do this! I believe in you! There we go, that was a proper throw. And now we're gonna have a little plunging fun with this guy and get out of the way as soon as possible, because he's gonna be pissed off a little bit. And he's gonna use that pot to not your liking, I would say. But we're gonna take him out. And does he drop something? No, not really. But the other guy that dropped down, yeah, look at this guy. He dropped something. Ooh, workers' gloves. Do we already have gloves? Now we have a complete worker set. Isn't that amazing? And that is actually better than not wearing anything at all. You do mitigate a lot of percentage of damage by just wearing any piece of armor. So it is highly recommended that you occupy all of the slots. However, since we started as a deprived class, we weren't able to do that until just now. Now, since I have the opportunity, I'm actually gonna bomb this dog away. There you go. But we want to also have a look behind us and take care of another item. However, as soon as we looted it up, we want to look back and raise our shields, because there is one of these ambushers, the thralls, I believe they are called. So now we want to make our way down, where we will find or have a glimpse at the boss door. So this is kind of the main door. However, you don't usually approach the boss from this side, but rather from another side. But once you made it to the other side, you can open up this door and also give you access from, you know, this bonfire we just came from. So this sorcerer, yeah, look at that. She turned around, so we should have the opportunity to go for this ember behind the tree. And we want to make sure that we raise our shield for this dog. And yes, I hate dogs, I can't emphasize it enough. However, there is the ember that we wanted to have. And now we want to unlock our next shortcut, actually. And for that we want to move into this mine-ish looking entrance. However, before we do that, we possibly want to take care of this villager. I don't want to get too close to the bridge, otherwise we're just gonna aggro those dudes over there, and this is really not necessary. So, you wanna do something about the situation we find ourselves in? Come on, guy. Ah, jeez. Then I do something about it. Anyways, there's another dog around the corner here, so yeah, you know the drill. Hit him as hard as possible and make him fall down, and then possibly a plunging attack. Yes, indeed. That's what we do. That's how we deal with things. Right here, we will find a bunch of rats, and I think we want... Oh no, I wasn't able to one-shot them. That is actually too disappointing. Ah, okay, so I can one-shot them, I just didn't hit properly. What are you gonna do? Anyways, the next thing we want to do is move along here, where we will find the Sigastus? You know, a fist weapon. I'm not particularly fond of fist weapons. They don't make me feel badass. However, before we move into this fog, We want to make sure that we take care of the rats, and I don't want to do them all at once, so I'm gonna lure them out with a few firebombs if possible. Well, okay, that was a wasted firebomb, but there you go, buddy. That's what I wanted to see, and she's gonna tag along. And did you just bite me, you little nasty booger, you? Anyways, we're gonna throw another firebomb where we will find another rat. However, this time it's kind of a bigger rat, and we don't want to get bitten by this thing. No, no sir, no. She will drop the, what is it? Blood bite ring, which increases bleed resistance. And of course we're gonna take that. Also, we're gonna wear the flame stone plate ring. Oh, we totally forgot to loot an area before. Holy crap. However, we want to wear the flame stone plate ring, definitely and for sure. However, let me make my way back to the previous bonfire because I forgot to loot an area. And since this is a 100% guide, or at least as close to 100% as possible, I don't want to miss out on these items. So here we go. After we have killed this pod with the human remains guy, we want to go up here and of course loot a soul of an unknown traveler, and around the corner here on the broken bridge we will find another ring. And this is actually the thing that was missing in my inventory, why I realized we missed this area. So it was just these two items. Let me get back to the sewers. So here we go. Once we have killed the rats, we want to move into the fog and climb up this ladder here, where we will find the shortcut I have been talking about, I think in the previous episode. There we go, the shortcut we couldn't open from the other side. And we will also find the bonfire here, and the crystal lizard has spawned back, so we can now take care of that without the invasion occurring. Also, we want to make sure that we don't necessarily lure this guy. I mean, he's not too hard, but you don't have to kill him, so we are not gonna do it. However, we're gonna take care of this crystal lizard, and what he drops is a sharp gem. Now, we could reset our Estes. However, I think it's not yet necessary, so we shall not do that and continue rather to the next area. For that, we want to go back through the sewers and up the ladder until we reach the bridge where we didn't get before. So right here we will find 3 of those pod guys. 2 of them we have to necessarily fight. The third one we can ignore if we so choose to. However, we want to first take care of this villager here. He's gonna move towards us. Yeah, let's give him... Oh, crap. I totally didn't mean to hit this guy. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Did you actually see that happening? Oh, this is so funny. Well, I guess shit happens from time to time also in Dark Souls. So what you gonna do? We're gonna fight this guy first then. Usually I lure the other guy first, but he likes to throw pods. Yes, he does. But also these chainsaw guys are really not that hard because they usually have like attacks that are repeating themselves, and during that encounter you can get basically a few free hits in. However, today I don't seem to be in my best form. The first recording session was much better actually. But I'm fine, we're all good and dandy. No you don't, no you don't. There you go, this was the last hit, and now we want to fight the other guy. I think we can do this across the bridge. Let's see, is he gonna... Yeah, there we go, he's coming for us, throwing the pod. What you gonna do? What are you doing, boy? We could have used that for cooking. Get a hit in, there you go, and out of the way immediately. Yeah, those guys have a lot of poise or hyper armor in certain situations, so you really have to be careful, especially with these swipe attacks. He is down. Before we continue, we want to move up the stairs here, where we will find another item, and even more around the corner here, around the house. However, I don't want to move there just yet, because there are my most hated creatures, the freaking dogs, and I want to lure them one by one, and you can do that by just having the patience to wait outside. So there we go, as soon as we have taken out the first guy, we can move behind and take out the second one as well. And behind the house we will find some alluring skulls, 3 of them. So if that is not worth it to you, I totally understand it. 2 freaking dogs aren't nasty creatures. The next thing you know, you are going to enter this area where you find the next gate that you can actually open, and on the very top you can see a giant with a huge bow. I cannot see him carrying the bow at the moment, but he does have a huge bow or crossbow. And also there is a lizard guy with a ginormous mace. Let's talk to him.
Another one of those unkindled, are you? Heed my words. You go find a coffin to huddle up inside, then go on ahead. Traipse right past the abandoned church. You'll face death. And it won't be pretty.
So, he basically told us that the next area is through those gates behind the church and that we will face death. But what he's actually doing here is protecting this lady, and he does a miserable job at it because he cannot open this door. We cannot open it either because we're too stupid to reach through the bars and open up the freaking lock, which basically only consists out of a stick or something. I don't know. You can open it from the other side without a key. But so is the world of Dark Souls. The interconnectivity is crazy and the shortcut mechanisms are brilliant. Anyways, we are ready to continue through the gate right there. Open sesame. Cool, once we got that open, we want to move up the stairs where we will realize that the elevator is intact and actually being used right now. And if we wait a little bit, then the most curious little creature is gonna tag along. And if we talk to him, he doesn't have to say much at first, however, talk to him a second time.
Pardon me, I was absorbed in thought. I am Siegwart of Katarina. Have you ever walked near a white birch only to be struck by a great arrow? If I'm not mistaken, they come from this tower. Whoever it is, I'm sure I can talk some sense into them. This lift only goes down, you see, and that doesn't get me anywhere.
So, this guy actually let us know that the giant on the top can be reasoned with, and also that he is not smart enough in order to get this elevator towards the bottom without him being on it. So, well, we are gonna do that for him, and this will actually progress his quest line. So, as soon as you move up the elevator, even if you haven't completely talked to him, it's gonna progress his quest line. On the top, we should be finding another soul right around the corner here, and once we move around the elevator again, we can move up the spirally staircase in order to reach a giant. Oh yes, and this guy is gonna give you troubles. If you don't talk to him, he's gonna mess up your day. It's still possible to do it, but you're not gonna like it. And if you talk to him, he will help you a lot. All he asks is, "Who are you?" And we are gonna say, "We are Makepeace."
Anytime.
So there you go, that's all you have to do, and now he's helping you in at least 2 locations, very much, and it's gonna make those locations a lot easier. So let's make our way back down the elevator, and kind of midway we will hear the Knight of Katarina, but then we kind of miss it because we get out of the way, which is kind of an indication that we should drop off the elevator at a certain point. However, before we do that, I think it's time to actually homeward bone back to the last bonfire rested at. Let's do that. Here we go. Oh, that was actually not the bonfire I meant. I wanted to go to the dilapidated bridge. There we go. So now we will be able to see the effects of making peace with the giant right away. Where is actually the tower? Let's progress along the lines here a little bit, and then we can have a look at the tower more properly. So this time we want to fight this guy. So come at me, bro. There we go. Oh, no, don't do the swipey thingy. There we go. Get 2 hits in. Yeah, what you gonna do now? Another swipey thingy? Okay, it's your decision. It's your decision. You are the master of this chainsaw. Oh my gosh. The bleeding. But there we go. He's out of the way, and now we should be seeing the tower. Yeah, you can clearly see it over there. This is the top of the tower, and the giant will bombard the next area we are going into, where there are a lot of items. I mean, look at all these loots. It's crazy, and there are actually also important loots amongst them. And there we go. Yeah, he took them out. That was actually hilarious. Also, there is another hilarious scene around the corner where there's gonna be like 4 more dudes tagging along. Yeah, look at those guys. You would have to take them all out by yourself. However, since you have the help of the giant, this is what is happening. Isn't that just brilliant? So here we get a fading soul, an ember, a young white branch, another young white branch. What do we get here? Another young white branch. We also get a large soul. In the meantime, the giant is taking care of the rest of the enemy. Reinforced club is also what you get here, and after a little jump right there, we will also find the most important item, the undead bone shard, which is gonna upgrade our Estus flask. I've talked about this in the first episode. It's gonna make the Estus flask restore more health at a time, which is great. Now, before we make our way into this building, I want to go towards the left side here, where we will find a few more items. First of all, if you remember, the hag, the handmaiden, the vendor in Firelink Shrine was talking about bringing some ashes. And those are actually the first ashes she was talking about, Mortician's ashes. And this will allow her to sell a few key items that you are gonna need, or maybe not need in the future, who knows. Also, there is another item over there, or actually a whole entire set. But you have to deserve it, so there of course is gonna be an ambush guy, and we want to make sure that he doesn't hit us. Take him out with a few hits, well, okay. Maybe not, but now we can take him out. Jeez, my stamina runs out much faster. I have to get used to this low stamina again, but there you go. The cleric set and also the blue wooden shield, just in case you are into this kind of thing. Maybe it is actually better to wear that because, well, it doesn't have as good of a defense. Well, it's actually not that much less. I think we're actually gonna wear the cleric set for the time being until we get, you know, something better. I think I'm gonna leave the worker trousers and also the worker hat, just because it gives us more defense in physical things. So there we go. These are our new looks. Oh man, what is that thing on my back? Get it off, get it off. I look like a turtle. Anyways, we got the items from here. We want to make our way into the building here, and we want to take care of this little dude here. Come on, come on. Oh no, no! What are you doing, Nathan? Man, stamina management, what are you freaking doing? I only didn't play this game for 2 days and I'm already doing much worse than before. Come on, okay, we make our way over here in order to loot the Great Scythe. Oh yeah, and if we move along here, we will actually get to the boss area, but we're not yet gonna do it. We're gonna do it in the next episode. Before we actually do that, we want to do a few other things. So we can still have a sneak peek over there. Look at that. This is the boss, this kind of tree-looking thing. And on the other side, we will actually find this gate I've been looking at before. So now we can open this up from the other side and we can use the other bonfire to kind of have a close area or close proximity to reach the boss. The reason I open up this door is, however, because we are gonna approach this area from a totally different side, namely from up here. Believe it or not, we're gonna come up here at some point, but for the time being, all I want to do is get back to the bonfire at the Firelink Shrine, because we want to give the ashes to the handmaiden. So here we go, here we are. Let's run to the handmaiden and talk to her.
How may I be of service?
I may be of service. We want to give umbral ashes and of course the one we found.
Passing fine ash thou hast given.
Yeah, it's fine ash.
I only hope these new wares content thee.
I'm sure they will. Let's purchase this new item, and she got the grave key. This will actually open up the gate we passed in the sewers. I'm not sure if you have noticed it because I haven't really talked about it, but it will cost us 1,500 souls and it's necessary in order to unlock the NPC which was next to the lizard guy with the giant mace. So that is good to know, we now have that. Also, I want to buy at least a few more fire bombs and possibly some more arrows. Did we use? We didn't use too many, so that's not too much of a pressing issue. I will bring you more souls, don't worry. Also, we should be able to at least upgrade our Estus a little bit. Reinforce Estus flask, there you go. Just one shard. And possibly reinforce the deep battle axe once more. At least, as long as it only requires titanite shards, I'm gonna keep reinforcing the battle axe. Titanite shards we're gonna get a lot of, so that's not an issue. But eventually we will have to decide for maybe 1 or 2 main weapons we're gonna carry through most or the entire game. Let's also go down to the thief. And what we find is that we can give him Loretta's bone we found in the previous episode, and as soon as we do that...
Heavens, she was already dead.
Yeah, he realizes it.
Thank you. You can keep the ring. A little trinket of thanks, I suppose.
If you thought I was gonna give you that ring back, come on guy, come on. Anyways, I want from you throwing knives. Yeah, he actually sells throwing knives. So maybe let's go with 20 or so. I don't know. I mean, it's good to have a bunch of them in your inventory. Good. So now that we told him about Loretta, he's actually gonna have a little nervous breakdown as soon as we go ahead and rest at a bonfire. Or at least I think it only requires resting. It might also require you to teleport out of the area. That's what I want to test right now. So we're gonna go back after resting, and what do we find? Do we find the devastated guy? No, we have to teleport out of the area. That is unfortunate, because I want to do that before we actually do the boss. So what I want to achieve is for him to grieve about Loretta, and then also to progress his quest line. So we are gonna quickly travel outside of this area, but of course first we want to burn our undead bone shard and make our Estus flask +1. So let's travel to anywhere, it doesn't matter. Cool, cool, and we are gonna travel back directly to the Firelink Shrine. So now, if we approach this guy over here, he's gonna be devastated, and we want to talk to him.
She was already dead.
And he will give you the curl up emote, or gesture, or whatever it is called in this game. And now before we move on, we want to once again teleport out of the area and back. Let me quickly do that. And back we are. Let's check out the thief one more time. And he should be in the next phase, so he shouldn't be curled up anymore. We're gonna talk to him once again.
Ah, there you are. I was thinking. You know I'm a petty thief. I might as well fetch some weapons or treasure for you. What do you say?
Of course we are gonna send you to pillage.
Thank you. You will not be disappointed.
I hope so. Great, okay, so the next time we leave this area, he's actually gonna be gone, and he's only gonna come back after you fought the next boss. And this is why I wanted to do this right off the bat, because I think the next trip is gonna bring us towards the boss, and we will fight the boss in the next episode and kind of finish off this area. Until then, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, don't forget to leave down a like or a comment or anything else. I do appreciate it. Have a great time, and hopefully I'm gonna catch you in the next episode. Bye bye.